I'm going to import a MIDI file just to show you the process of importing a MIDI file. Importing a MIDI file would be a great solution if you don't have a controller and maybe you don't have keyboard skills or controllers, so you don't really know how to play stuff in all that well. So importing a MIDI file is a great way to get a lot of MIDI information into your session to kind of make your own arrangement of an existing song. So MIDI files are totally a thing. And I've been searching the internet here just really quickly. I found a file here, and what you would do is find these MIDI files. I just searched for a MIDI file, King Crimson's a band. And I would right-click on the file, save link as, and download that file. This one's just called Easy Money. And then I go back into Pro Tools, File, Import, MIDI. File, Import, MIDI, navigate to where that file is. I don't see it there, but here's another one here. I would import Lark's MIDI, because I've been downloading a few MIDI files. And you come up with this dialog here. Let's just kind of look at what it's asking us here. So I want to make new tracks with all the MIDI tracks that are on this MIDI file, and I want them to be instrument tracks. You could also be MIDI tracks, but let's just do instrument tracks that are more self-contained. They have plugins on them. There's audio signal, and then if you bounce a disc, they'll be included. So I almost always use instrument tracks these days. I don't use MIDI tracks much anymore. Then I want to import the tempo because I want the tempo from the MIDI. I don't want it to be 120 beats per minute, which is the default. I can also import key signatures, or it doesn't really matter. There we go. Click OK. And then it's going to make a bunch of instrument tracks with names on there. And everything's grayed out because the MIDI has no plugin. It has nowhere to play the sound here. So I'd have to put on a plugin. Let me show you a key command here. Again, Option does everything. I can solo or mute. So if I Option, click, and I hold down Option, and I put let's say Expand. Everyone has Expand. Everyone loves Expand. It'll put Expand on all of these channels there. Boom. It'll be a default cheesy patch beneath the waves, but at least now I have sound coming out. And then now it's a matter of rearranging the sound. So for example, this is going to start with guitar here. Let's just start with the guitar track here. I'm going to open up this Expand, and I will choose a guitar patch. Let's go to guitar, and I don't know, I'll find Dirty 56 Strat. Great. And then I'll solo that. And does it sound like a Dirty 56 Strat? Yeah, nice. Right? So I would just go through that process and find similar instruments. I got lucky with this MIDI file. It looks like the person who made the MIDI file had the tracks named, so it's easier for me to map them. There is one other consideration. I'm holding on the Option again. Remember, Option does everything, like mutes and solos. So if I hold on Option, I change the view to Program. Where is the program here? Program Change. That's what I meant. Program Change. You might see these little numbers in here. They might be problematic at times if you hit some of these. These would be for general MIDI. So you might want to just go in here and hit the delete key. Highlight that. Because that's telling the MIDI patch to change to a different bank. So it might change the patch. So I would strip out the program bank information. So here's the same session, and I mapped everything so you can see what it sounds like just for a quick taste of that. I mapped my drums to the drum channel on my Expand. Just keep in mind that drums and Expand, I really like if you go down here to drums, these are all individual drums. They're not very fun. So I like the whole kit here, and you can only get to that by going to the drop-down menu here, right? You can see the complete drum kits. I don't know how to get to the drum kits here because it seems like it loads in to Expand a bunch of different channels here and makes them available. So anyhow, here's a little example of this, and it imported all the meter changes here. There's crazy meter changes. There's tempo changes. Yeah, it sounds pretty good.